Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today we're going to do another project using the stamp set Making Spirits Bright. I'm actually using this stamp here, which actually says Giving Thanks on the original stamp. We don't do Thanksgiving in the UK, although there's nothing ever wrong with giving thanks for all the things we're grateful for. But what I've done is I've actually cut off the Giving Thanks piece because I'll probably use the cocktail glass on its own more often. So I've decided to still use that to make a Christmas card. So that's what we're going to do today. So our base card is the Lost Lagoon blue, half a piece of A4 cut in half and scored at 10.5 centimetres. We also have a layer of real red. This is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches, and a piece of designer paper 5 inches by 3 inches. This is from the All Is Calm designer series paper. It is absolutely beautiful. It's just gorgeous non-traditional Christmas colours, which I love. The last one I did had the snowflake pattern on, and this one is kind of like more like the blobby snowflakes I'm thinking of this as. But that's going to be our layers for this card. So as I said, I've brought the camera in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. But as I said, I'm going to stamp the Give Thanks image without the Give Thanks words on it, if that makes sense. And I'm doing that in Memento ink, and I've missed a bit there. So let's go again. There we go. A Memento ink, which is what you need to go with the Blendabilities, and that's how I'm going to colour this today. I'm using the Coastal Cabana trio of colours. Hopefully I'm nice and close with the camera. You can see what I'm doing. I'm peering round the camera. So I'm going to start off by colouring the lovely tropical looking cocktail in the palest Coastal Cabana colour. I'm using the bullet end because this is quite fine detail. I'm taking the darkest colour now and going right into the bottom of that cocktail. I love the rich colours that you can get with colouring with these Blendabilities. And then the medium, just taking that a bit further up and with little circles blending back into the darkest colour. And then the palest. Lovely. And I might even just go back in with the very darkest one and go just a little bit again right down at the bottom to make that really, really rich. The colours lighten slightly as they dry, so as the alcohol ink dries. I'm actually using my regular Stampin' marker in real red to do these little elements because they are very tiny and very fine. I'm not going to colour every little piece on here. I'm going to leave some of them in white, some of them red. That looks good to me. Let me take that even closer for you and see if you can see. So can you see the shading that's there on that cocktail? I hope that's showing up for you. Right, I'll move the camera back and we'll continue. Right, okay, so we're going to punch this out, and this is with the 1 3/4 circle punch. That just about fits perfectly. I need to just line that up there. Take out the circle. And the other stamping I'm going to do with Lost Lagoon. I'm going to stamp the Merry Christmas. Turn this Thanksgiving image into a Christmas image. And I also really like from this stamp set, it's with one of the other cocktails, and if you haven't seen it, there's a video using this cocktail set, and it says Making Spirits Bright, and I just like that. I think that's great with a cocktail. So what I've done is I have stamped that piece out, and I just want that Making Spirits Bright. Now you can't quite get that on because you get the holly in, you need to do it at an angle. So it looks really cute at an angle, so we can do that. So I'm just taking the 1 inch square and I'm going to kind of twist around a bit until I'm getting it without that holly. A little bit near to the edge of the cardstock here, so I'm having to fiddle a little bit more. There we go. So I've now got the Making Spirits Bright. It's a bit of a jaunty angle going on there. And we're going to also punch with the artisan label. We're going to have a little piece of Lost Lagoon. With the 2 3/8 scallop, another piece of Lost Lagoon. So there's all my layers, and I'm just going to pop this on here. What I'm going to do is to take some Lost Lagoon ink on this one, just do something slightly different, because I did get a tiny bit of that that holly on, which I didn't want because I was a bit close to the edge of the paper there. So I'm actually going to daub the edges of these, just make it look a little bit different to my other card as well. You can tell me which you prefer if you'd like to leave me a note on my blog or on YouTube. While I'm doing this, I will say, if you only visit me on YouTube, you're missing half my projects, because on a Saturday I put a project on my blog, which is elizabethscraftroom.blogspot.com. Can you see that on there? No, it's moved. So visit my blog on a Saturday and you can see my other projects that I've made. Okay, so I've just done that. I'm going to take my dimensionals and I'm going to layer that one up onto there. I'm going to do this, just move it over a little bit. I'm going to do this offset, so not right in the middle, but offset. Because to pick up on the red colour, I'm going to use these. These are the candy dots. They're self-adhesive. So they've got some glue on the back, and I'm going to pick up, these are the bright ones, a couple of red ones. There we go. This one here, which I think is actually Marina Mist, but laid on there it picks up with those colours. That works okay. So I'm going with those. This one here, I'm just going to stick that on at a jaunty angle. And the Merry Christmas, I've got a little edge piece left here. I'm going to pop that on the back, so that's ready to assemble. So for the ribbon, I have adding a little ribbon here. I'm adding the narrow taffeta, so I've got some real red and I've also got some Bermuda Bay, and I'm just going to put a couple of little strips of ribbon across there. Just snip those off. And I find the easiest way to do this is with snail, so I'll put a bit of snail there, pop those on that side, and then I'm going to put those going across, so a little bit of snail in the middle, not all the way across. And flip those over, and whoops, a little bit of snail on the back there as well, just to hold those in place, and then some Tombow on the back of my designer paper, and lay that down. That's got about an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. We're going to pop this one up at the top. And the Making Spirits Bright, I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on that. that up. And my greeting. A Merry Christmas. I like that daubing. I like that daubing. That's what we call an embellishment opportunity because you did something wrong. We use those in class quite often. Okay, so a bit of Tombow on the back of my real red and layer that on and our card's done. So turning Thanksgiving into Christmas with that stamp set. So which do you like? Do you like the non-daubed version or the daubed version? I think I like this one we've just done. Thanks for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today. I look forward to welcoming you back soon.